Welcome to your mom's house.
Okay, hi, welcome to your mom's house. It's me, Christina P. Tom is out of town, and I have taken over and officially made this show weird as fuck. But first, I want to plug Brea, June 5th and 6th. I'm going to be there doing shows by the time this airs. Yeah, this will be there. Okay. You guys, I'm so fucking stoked to have this person on. We have so many mutual friends, and I've been dying to meet him. Please welcome to your mom's house, Jeremy Corbell.
What up, Christina?
Oh my God.
I wanted to meet you too, you know.
Dude.
We do have mutual friends, but do not judge each other by the friends we have. That could go sideways.
Your documentary, Sleeping Dog, is out now.
Yes.
And listen, I've been following you for years.
I've seen you.
Okay. But I got into you when David Grusch testified. That was the first time I was like, wait, what? This is in Congress? This guy is talking about what? And then I went down the rabbit hole straight to you. So tell us about this documentary and why it's so important.
John Lear said in the documentary, "You've fallen down the rabbit hole and there's no hope." And that's all that's ringing in my head right now when you said you fell down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
There's no hope. There's fucking hope.
Yeah.
I don't remember the question you asked me, but I want to say something before we start.
Yeah.
Never in my life has somebody given me a case of tall boy Coors Banquets. Yeah. Christina,
that's what we do here.
The best.
I am the best.
I'm gonna crack this right now.
Let's get ripped, dude. I'm gonna smoke cigs.
Shit.
We're gonna drink your Coors. We're gonna talk about aliens.
I'm gonna turn that phone.
Okay, let me ask you some questions then before we get into the documentary. You guys have to watch this.
The document. Oh yeah.
You've got to watch Sleeping Dog if you're remotely interested in this UAP, which I fucking hate, UFOs, whatever is going on in the sky. As you guys know, last time I talked about how I see orbs, and I think this stuff is very fucking real. But first things first, is David Grusch still alive?
Yes.
Okay,
I texted with him this morning. Oh, that's so sad.
I love him so much.
No, he should be protected. He is an American hero. He will go down in the history books as a guy that told the truth, broke from the fold, and did something. What he said is true, and now everybody has to catch up. David Grusch. Man.
David Grusch is a real American hero. And for those of you who are a little skeptical, David Grusch, wasn't he a pilot? He worked in the government. These are pilots coming forward. Go ahead.
He participated in a remote piloting thing of some really special craft, but no, he is a full-blown, he did serve in the Air Force. He did go to Iraq. But his main job is intelligence. It's always been intelligence. He is a very interesting-minded individual in that he's, I don't know the right word, but his mind can recall, it's like a form of autism, but there's different forms. And I looked up his form and it can be very powerful. So basically, he is an intelligence officer. He has a long career, worked for Space Force. I mean, this guy is legit. Our country trusted him with some of our greatest secrets and then tasked him his specific job, how he fell down the rabbit hole like you. Other than like in Star Trek when he was a kid, because that's a nerdy thing to do. What he did, he was given the task to go look at the black budget programs, or more the SAPs, which are like...
I hate these acronyms.
I know.
ATIP, Arrow, SAPs.
So this is super easy. I was going to make a joke about the name of your show and that I couldn't come up with a good acronym. So he was tasked with looking into who's hiding and who has knowledge of non-human intelligence, UAP or UFO craft parts, biologics, bodies. That was literally his official job. And he is so fastidious and he's so intelligent. He went after it. He did over 40 interviews that were then put over into ICIG, which is just Intelligence Community Inspector General. It was like a report saying, holy shit, Houston, we have a problem. They've been hiding the funds and these properties,
It's a money
assets.
thing, yeah.
It is, and it's bigger than that. So that's David Grusch. That was his job, and he did his job, and he did it so well that he became a threat. He became a threat.
Who tasks David Grusch with that initial job?
His name is Jay Stratton, and Jay Stratton, I think he's like, there's a book coming out about him. You seen him in the first time you ever saw him was on my show Weaponized. George and I do a lot of interviews that we don't publish, but early on, we used a clip. It was in Rocket City. We went to go meet with him, and we got him talking about it on camera. He ran what's called the UAP TF, which is the UAP, which just means unidentified anomalous phenomena, which is actually a better name than UFO. Just UFO is way fucking cooler. But I'll tell you why it's a better name. And then TF is task force. So Jay Stratton ran the UAP TF, the UAP task force, and he tasked David Grusch. This is how I understand it. I believe it to be accurate. With digging in, finding out where the craft were, where the assets were, who's hiding it, where the money goes, who we can interview, who has direct exposure, who worked on the craft. Fucking David Grusch was like, arr, and he went for it.
So rad.
Then he realized what happened. Motherfucker leaned over to George Knapp at a bar and said, I'm coming forward, and I don't know how this is done. It's legal.
Stop.
Yeah. I have it on film.
Stop.
I was just filming George at a bar in Rocket City because I was bored. And in leans this guy, and I'm protective of George. And then I realized, oh, that's the guy I'm supposed to meet. That's Dave. I never physically met him before. And I said, let's suss this fucker out. Because it took about a year.
Oh, for real?
Oh, dude, George and I don't fuck around.
Yeah, just so you people know that Jeremy Corbell is a journalist. You know what? Shit, I was so excited to see you. I didn't even do our intro. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. Before we go any further, you got to watch this clip. I think this will really set us up for something nice, a nice discussion.
Uh-oh.
Who's ready to wrestle?
I am. I'm ready to wrestle.
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Welcome
Gotta do the
to your
themes.
mom's house
Yeah,
with Tom Ciccio and
Christina Pajitsi.
Pajitsi? Cool. No,
I'm Polak.
it's super cool.
Pajitsi.
Bratislava.
Oh,
Grandfather.
fuck.
Uh,
Now. This theme song's so long. So long.
You have like dreams where this just keeps playing before you have to get up for a show. These kids made me a new theme song, by the way. They just gave it to me yesterday. I'll play it in the microphone at the end for you. It's hilarious.
All right, here we go. We're ready to wrestle. That's our friend there. He runs a 24-hour gym.
That's your buddy?
No, he's just
Yeah, but
I'm obsessed with
he's ready to wrestle. Though.
He's ready to wrestle aliens.
Okay,
He's
guy's
going to
ready
get
to
abducted
wrestle.
by Grays and anally probed. Okay, so back. Can you bring up a picture of David Grusch? If you guys have like 3 hours to spend,
That's what we're about to do.
go back and watch this congressional hearing.
Look how they try to put these funny facial expressions on him.
Yeah.
That's part of this process of diminishing him. You know, he is, look at that one with the white shirt where he's looking straight. That's nice.
Yeah.
They've got some, Time Magazine did one of him, and they tried to make him have a funny expression. That one on the far left is cool.
Yeah, and then also, just so you know, on either side of David Grusch are like decorated military people, right? These are
Those
not.
are my friends. I got them all.
Okay, so
I got Commander David Fravor on Grusch's left,
There
if I
you go.
recall. On his right is Ryan Graves, both pilots. Specifically, the guy on the guy on David's left is Commander David Fravor. He is Top Gun. He was the
Yes.
head of the black. You know all this?
well, yeah, I'm a fucking
There we go.
dork.
I don't need to
love
say
this
it.
stuff. No, but for the audience, say it out loud because people don't
Okay.
know these people.
Commander David Fravor
Yes.
chased a UFO for the
Yes.
United States military. He was Top Gun motherfucker, head of the Black Aces, VFA 41. So I actually got to him many, many, many years before the world ever knew about him. And I was coached, like, you got to talk pilot. I'm like, okay. I psych myself up. I hide in my closet so it sounds good. And I go, hey, my name is Jeremy Corbell. And just don't hang up. I know about what happened in 2004. And I'm a journalist, but I'm not going to say anything. I just want to ask you some questions. How the fuck you get my number? Like, it started like that. And I told him, it was your buddy with the loose lips who gave me your number. So I knew everything about the case. And everybody thinks that case was broke in the New York Times.
Yeah, that's right. The article came out during the pandemic, right?
Right. 2017, the world changed.
Yeah.
Great article, opened up this whole thing about UAP. However, some of it was inaccurate, like completely inaccurate. And we can get into that. But the premise is actually perfect because it's true. But David and I, Commander Fravor, says, don't ever call him that. I always call him that. We're really good friends now, right? The thing is, why we're really good friends, or part of the premise is, I never burned him. I told him, this story is huge. The world's going to hear about it one day. They won't hear about it from me. But if I were you, I would just know that the world's going to hear about this and your life is going to change. You're going to be known from your entire fight career. 9/11, he flew over LA to protect it. He did crazy shit on missions. But what you're going to be known for is that 5 minutes that you chased a UFO. And he didn't believe me. I said, look, I'm not going to leak it. So why we're such good friends is because, well, we both like having a beer. No, but why we're good friends is because I didn't leak his story. Part of telling secrets is keeping them. So when his name went public, I literally called him. I said, it happened. He goes, what happened? And I go, your name just got put out there, not by me. I told you it would happen.
Yeah.
And he was like so angry. Because it's not that he was hiding from it. It's just that nobody wants that public attention. You don't know what it's going to mean. So for your audience, Commander David Fravor, he saw what's called the Tic Tac. The
Tic Tac. Bring up the Tic Tac video. It's on Wikipedia, by the way, which is fucking crazy. So during the pandemic, there were 3 or 4 videos leaked from the Pentagon that showed the Tic Tac, the Go Fast. I forget what's the other one. The gimbal. And I remember it was so quietly just put there in the middle of a pandemic and nobody gave a shit. People were like, who gives a fuck? Aliens can't pay my bills. We're in the middle of a pandemic.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But let's take a look.
Your mother is doing stand-up in Brea, California, June 5th and 6th, Chicago, Illinois, September 18th and 19th. Get your tickets at ChristinaP.com.
Welcome to the Mystery Boys.
I'm Kermes Trez White Clausmas, Dunstan Trudeau. We're here to gape your fourth eye. Three-Eye Atlas,
JFK's doctor,
Hamas,
Hitler's doctor,
MK Ultra,
Adrenochrome,
Aleister Crowley. You ain't heard the Mystery Boys get to the bottom of it.
I didn't see one dick in those catacombs, and I looked everywhere.
Well, this is the show, guys. I hope that your mom's house is happy.
This time of year always conjures up memories of when summer felt much simpler and sweeter. Whether that makes you think of entire days spent on a lake or setting off fireworks and risking the loss of limbs with your friends on the 4th of July. Those iconic moments call for an iconic drink. And that iconic drink is America's own Mountain Dew. Its citrus kick is the perfect companion to whatever adventures your own personal, wet, hot American summer may entail. To me, there is nothing better than a hot day and a cold Mountain Dew. It says summer. It speaks to fun in America. There's never a bad time to pop a top on a Mountain Dew. It's been that way since two brothers had a dream back in 1948. Times may have changed, but the same great taste of the mountains remains the same. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew, an American original. Tasting great since 48. Look for American Dew limited time packaging or find it in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com. There's a lot of noise out there when it comes to hair loss. From the 10-in-1 shampoos, expensive clinic visits, and random advice online, it can be difficult to find what actually works for you. Hims makes it simple to take control of hair regrowth and regain your confidence with personalized care. Doctor-trusted ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil can stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. For simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/YMH. That's hims.com/YMH for your free online visit. hims.com/YMH. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride.
Yeah, so that wasn't leaked. It was provoked. So if you if you really look back, so I was telling you who broke this story.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If you go back and you listen to George and me prior to that, the 2 times before on Coast to Coast AM, we broke the Tic Tac UFO story without. I did it in a way that Fravor. It was so we're fishing for more people, which I got from that incident. And I asked Fravor if that's okay, because no one listens, late night show. But if you go back and listen, we broke it. And just so happened somehow that video got sent to me hours before I went on. And because it was like mythological for a while, everybody's like, there's this video being passed around. I don't know who sent it to me, but it was somebody in the know that I was going to go on a show. So I broke that story with George Knapp, and I'll say it twice before the New York Times article. And I'm not bragging, I'm just confessing. And here's why. People need to really understand. People didn't want this out. Everything was provoked. It was every inch and millimeter we've made from the government, every video that George and I have ever put out that's military filmed. It's a risk to do it to sources, and it was provoked. This is not the government giving you shit.
So this is what's interesting, Jeremy Corbell, because I've been asking this question since I've watched David Grusch on this congressional hearing with you in the background, by the way, is that why now? Why disclosure now? I was like, why would the government, what interest do they have in letting the people know now? Yeah, all this stuff is real. Aliens are real. Why? Why now? But you're telling me it was provoked. So it sounds like they're either getting ahead of a narrative.
They're shaping it. They're the exact words in a CIA document that I saw, shape the emerging UAP narrative. I thought that's so interesting. So when they got on their heels after, the 2004 Tic Tac incident came out and the gimbal video came out, the Go Fast and Tic Tac, they started a campaign of cyber warfare to discriminate against the people that have served the country. There was coordinated efforts to diminish their presence, like they did with David Grusch with his PTSD. First question I asked.
Oh, I remember that. Like he doesn't. David Grusch. Come on, they're trying to discredit him by saying he has like mental illness or something. Like the guy's such a straight arrow. Come on,
he's a straight arrow.
Yeah, he's a fucking Family Guy. He's normal.
He had a PTSD, right? And that's what they went after. But the guy that put that out, he admitted the intelligence agencies leaked it to him. Why are intelligence agencies leaking a medical issue about a PTSD? About why? Because you know why. So why do they want it out now? I want to answer your question directly, so I'm not accused of not. There may be great people on the inside that feel that it's far past time to admit the fundamental aspects of what they know. They don't know everything about the UAP presence and contact with human beings that has been going on since beginning of recorded human history, at least. I know that to be true, that there are good people in government that think the world should know. And I know 50% of people, though, in government that will fight vehemently, if that's the right word, to never let you know.
Okay, so let's talk about this just from a philosophical human thing. What is the big whoop if we find out that aliens are real?
Okay, so I usually interview people when I'm being interviewed. Let me just ask you real quick. What do you think the big whoop would be?
I'll tell you if you really want to know.
I do. I want to know what
how much time you got, Jeremy.
I'm here all day. Let's
Let's get fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I'll tell you why. Because I think, David Grusch put it out there. I'm not the first to say this, that we have materials that have been taken from crash sites. We have non-human biologics. Bob Lazar has said as much, that he worked at Area 51 back in the 80s. He mentioned Element 115, which, surprise, surprise, is now actually on the periodic table of elements. I think
he always knew that was going to happen, by the way, but go on.
Well, I think that we've reversed engineered some stuff and we want to keep it a secret. And maybe that's the impetus to like, these are going to be used as war weapons or are being used as war weapons, and that threatens security somehow. Is that somewhat
Yeah, that is like a really great way to explain it in the basics. I'm going to add to it a little bit, right? Here we go. You like that, bitch.
This is why I can't
Let's fucking light this fuse.
I've been talking for years.
Let's light this fuse.
Let's get fucking weird, man. Okay.
Oh, it's also weird that you don't even have to try to make it weird.
Wait, I have even further. Okay, but go ahead.
Oh, no, up to you. You're the boss.
And also,
it's your mom's house.
Sure, bitch. Okay, so I didn't mean to call you bitch.
I'll call you bitch back. We're all good, bitch. Let's go.
And in tandem to this reverse engineering stuff, are the existence of orbs, are the existence of, quote, good beings or extraterrestrial beings that do want to push humanity and help us along. There's that element too.
So you just went from a really like concrete thing to what my mom would say. She'd be all, hey, Christina. And you'd be like, what? And she'd be like, your dick's in the peanut butter. And you'd be like, what do you mean? She goes, you're fucking nuts. So she's like, so you went from, but there is something to it, but you went from there.
But then you have the Bledsoes. Well, let's hold on. Okay. Let's talk to the Bledsoe family, who's been documenting these orbs for 20 years, and they claim to have spiritual experience of them. There's a lot of people that see this shit and have documented it. Yeah. So you've got that, and then you've got the warmongering.
And then you also get, people that they see something for real, and then every fucking plane is an orb or a UFO.
That's
you have to protect your own mind against that, because it's so exciting to know that we're living in a reality that is far deeper, and that something else penetrates into our environment that we are unable to experience on an average day. So it becomes exciting. Yeah. And when that becomes, you have to guard yourself.
Yes.
Like,
you'll get psychosis. That's what the people are like, I see the number 444. I see angels. I'm like,
you have to keep your mind open, but don't let the marbles spill out, because we only got limited marbles.
Of course, babes.
All right.
Okay, so tell me the other part. What am I missing?
Okay, so let's reverse the tape
reverse
in my mind.
engineering, Bob Lazar.
Okay, so about why it's secret. That was the thing. Why is the government keeping it? Why have they kept it secret? Was kind of your question, right?
What's the big whoop?
I'll tell you exactly from an informed point of view. Like, this is not speculation. I have met with under Department of Justice. I have met with weapons of mass destruction specialists that focus on the UAP issue. Now, why would UFOs be classified higher than weapons of mass destruction? Ooh. It makes no sense. So your first thought, or my first thought was, and I talked with Commander Fravor about this, well, if you got a tic-tac technology, whoever gets that technology first, they win. Because you could literally drop off a nuke and drop down from 80,000 feet to ground level less than a second and go back up, drop a nuke. Nobody knows who did it. That's different than launching and then they're going. So that's the first thought I had, is why keep this secret, is because we want strategic advantage for strategic surprise. As a technologically advanced nation, we want to be dominant. Yeah, go America.
And that's reversed engineered stuff.
No. So that is the premise of the secrecy. It's a Cold War mentality. Once we realized, oh, fuck, these technologies, they could do shit for us, and they could do shit for other countries. And Russia and China also have craft that have been gifted or landed or whatever you want to say, or crashed. So what America did is use the architecture of the nuclear program to hide the reverse engineering and compartmentalize the programs to, and I quote, exploit for derivative technologies. Because you can't build a UFO. You don't have a zero gravity environment where you can make the metamaterials, right?
Right.
But what you can do is, if you figure out a tiny little part of it, that could create a huge weaponization capability. So you understand, it's not so much like religion would crumble. It's not so much like they've kept this secret so long, they're keeping the secret that they kept the secret. That's what's happening.
It's an infinite regret. I understand what you're saying. So in order for them to come out and go, yeah, this all exists, they'd have to call themselves liars. They'd have to admit to a diabolical lie.
They'd have to admit to murder.
Yes.
They'd have to admit to harming people, to silencing them, to entrapping them. MK Ultra showed us that in fact, our CIA was operating against Americans. So we're like, oh, we're past that now. No, we fucking aren't.
Hold on. I just want to say I'm a comedian and this show is just for entertainment purposes only. And I'm not credible. And if I disappear, you guys know what the fuck just
the best thing we could say is like, so I say, I'm a bearded, tattooed, fucking caveman.
We're just idiots, guys.
With a good mentor, but I am a journalist.
Yeah, we're dipshits, okay? So
yes, we are I am a complete dipshit, unqualified.
I'm totally unqualified.
But my shield is that I'm a journalist because
Gotcha.
I go under First Amendment, freedom of speech,
Okay.
right to report.
Just putting it out there. Just comedian and journalist
Comedian
chatting,
and
okay?
idiot. No. Comedian and idiot journalist.
Professional fool, professional idiot.
Professional
idiot
figuring it out.
Okay.
What's up? Are you in Austin? Are you visiting Austin? Do you live in Austin? Well, I welcome you to please come check out Ciccio Bomba. That is the Italian bakery that I have opened in Austin. We are now at 3 locations. We're at the Fairground Food Hall underneath the Wells Fargo building downtown. We are in the lobby of the Scarborough building, and we have our all-new flagship location at 1100 South Lamar, right in front of the Alamo Drafthouse. We have pastries, we have coffee, we have homemade Italian sandwiches, we have pizza, we have pasta. So just come in, rub my big belly, which it's in our statue, eat some food, and enjoy yourself. And I hope you have a good time at Ciccio Bomba, which means a little fat ass.
Summer is right around the corner, and I found myself rethinking the outfits that I've been reaching for. Warmer temperatures call for lighter fabrics, better materials, and pieces that feel good the moment you put them on. And that's why I cannot stop shopping at Quince. I love it. I like breathable linens. I like soft organic cotton. I like washable silk. But I like it without the luxury markups that you get with the other brands. Quince has curated a collection where high quality essentials are elevated, but the price isn't. They work directly with ethical factories to cut out the middlemen and high-end brand markups. And it's not just clothes. Quince is the destination for elevated essentials for your home as well. From the kitchen and living area to bath and bedding, Quince will get you outfitted in all areas. I just bought the best organic cotton t-shirts on Quince 2 days ago. And I am telling you, it is identical to the stuff that you would buy at the luxury brands, which is why I like Quince. It's my little secret. Nobody knows about it. It looks and feels exactly the same. Try it out. It's all premium quality without the premium price. Elevate your summer wardrobe. Go to quince.com/mom for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/mom for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/mom. So go ahead. So the CIA is actively, or were actively.
I mean, that's historical fact.
That's historic.
It's like,
we know. Everyone fucking.
About 3 days ago, a CIA employee testified in front of Congress saying, as a whistleblower, it's about 3 days ago, it's James Erdman III. And he says, oh, by the way, I'm a CIA employee. The CIA has been illegally spying on the UAP whistleblowers that were brought in. And by the way, I brought them in. I told them they're probably spying on us, but I brought them in to what was called the DIG, the Director's Initiative under Tulsi Gabbard, under ODNI. Now, Tulsi, I think, has no idea that she was lied to in that report, but I will line by line explain, because I documented everything as a journalist, the lies. They were going after whistleblowers, trying to get them for treason, trying to go against their, like, saying they're racist. They're trying to do all this shit to get me and George to go around being like, fuck these guys, fuck David Grusch. Oh, what liars. But we found out on the news just 3 days ago, this is not MK Ultra in the 60s anymore. The CIA was spying on whistleblowers in the UAP field. Everybody I brought in to the dig, they were spying on their phones and computers and listening in. And I brought them in because they told me that they would be absolutely protected under whistleblower law. It is the most illegal thing other than the thing I'm about to tell you. They were running an operation out of ODNI without Tulsi knowing, and I want her to know this, so she will find out, against Congress. Congress is supposed to be watching all this.
Yeah.
But if ODNI,
what's ODNI?
Office of the Director of National Intelligence. So Tulsi is the Director of National Intelligence.
Yes.
So the Office of the Director of National Intelligence had a program called The Dig. And shout out to the employees at The Dig who really were great people. There are people in that dig, in that government investigation, who are good-hearted and ready to rock and wanted to get to the corruption. But there's factions, like small groups that are tasked to infiltrate, get into these government operations. They called me first, me and George first, and because they don't know who to call, or they said they didn't. My lawyer's like, they know who to call. They know where the saucers are. But like, my point to you is that this is not ancient history. This is 3 days ago. The CIA is spying on its own.
Well, what do you think this is? This thing fucking listens to you too.
Well, that's why I always tell people what I want them to know. I am naked and ready to have a beer.
Hold on. I got to pee. I'm so excited, and I drink too much coffee and water. Let me take a piss break.
Yeah, take
Do you
a
have to
piss break. No, I'm going to drink a beer break right here.
So, allegedly, the CIA is doing things that are stuff. Not good.
Not allegedly, it was reported
It was
in
reported.
Congress
Okay, so
by a CIA agent.
Great. So that's part of the story, which is fucking insane. But I also want to play a clip from your podcast, Weaponized, that you do with George Knapp. This fucking 3-parter I watched with Matthew Brown, the Immaculate Constellation, the author of a document called the Immaculate Constellation. I was so blown away by this man's courage and how fucking nervous he looked.
Yes.
If you watch this guy's face, there's no way he's lying. He is shitting his pants the entire fucking time he's talking to you. So let's set up what that was. What is the Immaculate Constellation and who is Matthew Brown?
Right. So people get a little confused, and it is a...
Is it me?
No. And it's a large story. But he is the author where it was like a report that I get the words confused. He did a report because I told him, we're talking about what do you do? He created this report that showed what he was exposed to. But Immaculate Constellation was the name of a program where there was an intelligence product on a server, and he caught it. He's like, this isn't supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to see this. This is highly classified. And he like tells his superiors, and they're like, okay. And then it's deleted. And he's like, am I in trouble? So he is like a do-gooder, and he is so smart though. And so he essentially tried to do everything right within government as a patriot. But when he saw the crimes that were committed, stuff that he can't even talk about yet to this day, it's not DOPSR cleared, which means cleared by the government. You got to ask them. But he has testified behind closed doors. I snuck him in as camera crew into Congress, and they trust me. I said, I got one guy in here. We had to get in. Everybody else is going to leave. Is that okay with you? But it's just the 3 of us, like 3 congressional and senatorial people. Okay. Each one said, okay, first contact, Matthew Brown. I did this way before the story became known, right? This was before the story became known. People don't know that. And that kid is a fucking patriot.
Yeah.
And he is a personal hero, and he is vulnerable. But the more he puts his face out there, the less vulnerable he is. But what he did was he saw a document that was about UFOs, videos, photos, all this shit. And he read it, and his mind was fucking blown. And then he tried to report that this document was like, guys, it's an intel link. Like anybody can share it within this intelligence circuit. This is higher classification. It's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, what's it doing there?
So people make mistakes, man. It's like,
or is it disinformation?
No, and we know it's not, and there's a reason why. But that's a really deep conversation. But Immaculate Constellation is a program. It has gone by different names, and essentially what it does is before the average intelligence community can see footage from like actionable events in flight, it uses an AI to take out all the UFOs, instead of like NASA airbrushing shit out, which they got caught doing, right? This was a high-level artificial intelligence, and Immaculate Constellation is a part of a constellation of UAP programs. Okay. And this was a defensive program to make sure the intelligence community, the average intel agent at CIA, FBI, or DOD, or DOE, or any of them, don't see the the UAPs. That's what it was. And he stumbled across it. He's like, fuck, this ain't right. Somebody's siloing this information. That's who Matthew Brown is. Matthew Brown is a patriot. He's a hero of mine, like Dylan Borland is, and David Grusch is. And man, that's Matthew Brown.
Well, let me play this clip. This is literally, and I think I've watched this man talk, like I said, a few times. But the very end of the third episode is like, I'm getting chills just now, because watch this guy talk and you fucking tell me if he's
legit
lying.
as fuck.
Look, man, if you were to die tomorrow because of whatever reason, what do you want people to know right now? Like, what do you want people to know if you're just like fucking on?
Look at his face. God.
You are not free. And this reality has far more to it than you have been allowed to believe. And God is real.
Boo. Unpack that. Yeah. Right? I know. It's and you guys, you have to watch the whole thing, because it's so, there's so much that I want him to be able to say. Do you need a minute, buddy?
Just one thing.
Yeah, go. Take a minute.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, what the heck is this guy saying? There's so much there. God is real, the reality that we live in, and he goes on to say is highly curated. The science that we know is not the science that exists. Like, so many things.
Yeah. He didn't say all that. I think he said 3 things. You know, you're not free.
Not in that clip.
So, but let's look at what he said.
Yeah.
You're not free.
Yeah.
So whatever he was exposed to, he interprets as you not being free. Now, we all react to information in different ways, but I would agree with him. We're not free. If we were free, then we would have the information that is being hidden from us. Then we'd have freedom of speech and debate. Then we'd have freedom of thought. So if you don't have freedom of thought because someone's holding information from you, you ain't free, and you don't even know you're a prisoner. I think that's what he meant. He should speak for himself. Second thing he said. I don't fucking remember what he said.
God is real.
No, that's the last thing. Get to that.
Wait, let's watch it again.
Yeah.
Let's see it, because this gave me the chill. Sorry, I wish I could forward to you.
If you were to die tomorrow because of whatever reason, what do you want people to know right now? Like, what do you want people to know if you're just like fucking on?
You are not free.
Okay.
And this reality has far more to it than you have been allowed to believe.
Boom.
So that is true. People don't have all the information, but they've been holding a big fucking truth away from the American public and the global public. Although the global public, a lot of people already know because they've experienced it themselves. That's why UFO thing is like in movies, it's because art imitates life. So people have experienced that. Now, the last thing that you brought up, and he says, God is real. That was a very emotional moment, and I'll tell you what was happening at that second. I think at this time I can tell you what was happening at that second, but that's his just personal faith. I'm not a religious person. So for him, he's saying God is real, whatever that means to him. So you have to separate those 3 sentences. The first 2 are factual things that I know to be true. The third thing, God is real. Well, that comes down to your own personal thing. You know, I have my own personal thing when it comes to religion or spirituality, whatever the fuck people call it, you know, source, you know, how you were fucking created. So I just want to separate for him. To him, that's important. To him, he's like, that was like a message of hope. Like, so no matter what fuckery we get, he's saying, and you should ask him, not me, but saying God is real. So it was a very powerful 3-part statement. It's not like he read about God in classified documents, right? But the other 2 things he knows for a fact, and so do I. You are not free unless you have the information, right? You're not free if you don't have all the information. That's the way I interpret it. And I agree with that. And the second thing he said is so clear and true. And you are not allowed to know the nature of reality. And that is fucked. And that comes from both a scientific standpoint, there are certain equations that are classified. What the fuck? That is fact. What the fuck?
Certain equations that are
Yeah, like our physics. There is a small set of physics, from how I understand it, that is so dangerous that it is classified. I'll give you an example that you know of, how to create an atomic bomb. But that's easy. You know, people understand that now. I mean, look, the average person doesn't, thank God, but they know nuclear physics exists, right? But there are equations, from what I know, and I'm not like smart, I don't know what they mean, but like there are equations that are classified. Why? So the nature of reality itself, something about the nature of reality itself is being held back from human beings. Now I understand you don't put out equations for like a power source because that could be weaponized. So that should stay classified in America. But the fundamental truth that we are not alone, that there is a non-human intelligence that has been engaging humanity since the dawn of time or recorded human history, who has the right to hide that from you? And they have been hiding it from you, straight up. So now, is the levee breaking? You know, have we kicked him in the balls and made him fall onto the ground and vomit up the truth? Let's fucking find out. I'm ready to go.
Fuck around and find out, sleeping dog.
Yeah, sleeping dog bite me. So what? I've taken many bites. Life is full of pain.
Bitch.
Kick that fucking sleeping dog. I did.
Well, let me tell
Many
you
times.
what's fascinating, because I do think David Grusch didn't allude to it, said it right out in the congressional hearing that I've watched a few times. He said, and I fucking had to like read about it, learn about it. There are interdimensional beings. We inhabit an interdimensional world. Like there's basically another dimension that exists alongside us right here that we just cannot perceive because of our meat containers. Right? Am I paraphrasing Grusch properly? Because he said interdimensional.
Well, I think that I don't know his exact words in Congress that day, but there was a silence moment that I'll tell you about where everybody just fucking stopped. You know, I got him to get him to testify took a long time. Not he wanted to. There was so much resistance to getting him up there because he's credible, and so is Commander Fravor, and so is Ryan Graves. I've worked so hard each time to get those people up there just so you can hear them put their hand to God and put their hand to the American public under oath, because otherwise just people talking, right?
Yeah.
So I fought for that with Rep. Luna, originally with Representative Burchett, who's my homie, balls like church bells. And then Rep. Burleson is now the champion. All three of them and a ton of people that don't want to be known for this are fighting behind the scenes. So he did say the word interdimensional, I'm sure, but he put it in a caveat, like why he popularized NHI, non-human intelligence, instead of alien, is because it's more complicated in the assessment of the government than just like an alien from another planet. So one of those options is what we call interdimensional, right? Now, I can give you the 4 or 5 top theories from government, like what these beings and pilots and intelligences are, because it may be much stranger.
Great, let's hear it, because non-human biologics is another one that he kept saying. I'm
so
like,
David
what the
Grusch,
fuck?
non-human intelligence. So words are weapons, right? So if you say alien, okay, that's a very limited scope. You're talking about a being from another planet. But if you say a non-human intelligence, you could.
He said non-human biologics.
We'll get to biologics,
Okay.
but I want to deal with the first thing you said about interdimensional.
Yep.
Okay, so non-human intelligence is the idea that if it's not human and it's hyper intelligent or just intelligent, right? Then that's a non-human intelligence. We're talking about people, though, that make craft that can outperform anything we have in our arsenals. So what the fuck? So when he said interdimensional, and you should ask him directly, he is conveying what a lot of us have talked about for a long time. We don't know the origins, the ultimate origins of these craft. Now, they do appear to be designed to travel amongst the stars. So, like, I always make the joke, why would you make a Ferrari if you didn't want to fucking go fast, right? Why would you make something that could travel amongst stars if you didn't? So that leads me personally to think at least part of this UFO phenomenon is interstellar. right? Going to other star systems or maybe galaxies, because there's no limit on how these things work. I used to think distance mattered when I was a kid, till I heard Bob Lazar and I realized that distance doesn't matter if they propel through non-reactionary propulsion systems.
That's right, which is a huge part of this.
We'll get there, but I want to directly answer your questions. I'm not accused of it. Okay, so check it out. Interdimensional.
Yeah.
If you understand what that means, that you are far the fuck ahead of me, because I can't live in this dimension. I don't know what that means. I know a Rubik's Cube. I know, like, you look at drawings of squares that end up being three-dimensional. Interdimensional. Okay. So that would suggest that there is another, there's, have you ever watched Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would suggest an upside down. That would suggest that there is something that is always present and right here. And it's like our eyes only see a certain spectrum. Our ears only hear a certain spectrum. But it's deeper than that. It's saying that there is a world within, perforating, surrounding, touching, manipulating, interfacing with what we know to be tangible reality. So the common thought now is that these craft are not just from other planets, but there may be visitation where they're perforating dimensionally our environment, and we see glimpses of them, like you would see a piece of paper. I'll do this, and it just pokes through, and you see, I had to do that, and it pokes through. That is the idea, right? Like, instead of seeing a circle, that circle is two-dimensional, but that's let's say it's an orange, it's a sphere. So if that's what he's saying, which it is, one possibility is that these visitors or watchers are from another dimension, but there's other options: extraterrestrial, interdimensional, extratemporal. You also have the idea of breakaway civilizations, as if they're just fucking from here and they're living in the damn ocean. And
well, that's another one that they're supposedly, well, they're not supposedly, there's people reporting that they're seeing crafts coming out of the ocean.
Yeah,
there's something with the ocean.
Well, there is, and there's a reason, because of the physics of the craft, that is a fact. But you also have just the idea of ultra-terrestrial, right? Hal Puthoff talked about this. It's the idea that it's a civilization that did some amazing things, and when there was a cataclysm, they used their technology and have been here all along.
Like the Anunnaki?
I don't know.
What's that guy? I don't know. But wait, hold on.
Here.
I'm so excited.
Techno-terrestrial
I
is my
love
favorite
talking
theory,
this
though.
weird shit. Okay, so sorry. Just to wrap my brain around this. Are you suggesting one of the theories is that we are the byproduct of, like, aliens, basically? Like, they came here, they fucked a bunch of us, they created us.
Or just manipulated our genetic code to help build us so we could build tech. So my favorite theory is techno-terrestrial. That's what I call it. So I came up with this idea many years ago, but I think it's like an old idea. But we've only had modern technological revolution for like the last 100 years, maybe 50 years.
I mean, what, the internet just fucking...
Right. 50
fiber
years.
optics. Hello.
So I'm calling it techno-terrestrial. Yeah. But the idea is that this is something that happens all amongst galaxies, that there is a artificial intelligence that has decided to self-replicate for some sort of byproduct, which I don't understand completely, that we were manipulated genetically to become humans with sentient intelligence and self-awareness, and we are fucking focused on building what they wanted us to build. That's one theory. So I'm just telling you, I don't know, but these are the popular theories in government that I've heard in SCIFs, like in official secret compartmentalized.
I know what a SCIF is. I know what a SCIF is.
You just fucking read
I really
in.
know what a SCIF is.
She's CIA.
I've heard this theory that we're supposed to reach a level of technological development, and then at that time we are able to make contact or something.
Who told you that? The aliens and shit?
I've talked to weird people.
Yeah, but do you believe that?
No.
But it's okay, but I mean, do you believe that? Because I don't know the answer.
I don't have the answer. I think, okay, so here's something I wanted to ask you about, and I'm leaning more towards John Lear's theory that is in your documentary Sleeping Dog, which is out right now. You guys have to watch this.
This kid, Michael Lazowski, made it not at my behest. I had to ask my mom and my wife and my dog if it was okay. I was fucking pissed at first. I gave him 20 years of footage to go make UFO movies, and then he turns the camera around, convinced me it would protect me. People needed to see this.
They do.
So I just want to be clear. It's not my movie. I gave him footage. Michael Lazowski, he's a gangster. We're either going to love him, kill him. My mom's going to kill him if it ends up hurting us.
It won't.
I know.
I have to say that it was lovely to see your personal side and to also see your relationship with George Knapp and John Lear, because I have only ever seen you and George, like, you know, at a podcast or on Rogan or whatever. And it's really lovely. You guys have such a nice dynamic, as you did with John
He's
Lear.
really my best friend.
Yeah, I believe
For
it.
real.
He's
my
cool
he's
as
my
shit.
mentor.
Yeah.
He's cool as shit. He teaches me shit.
Yeah. He's
lot.
a real G. He's an OG.
He is a fucking
He's the best,
goat.
dude.
George Knapp is the fucking
yeah,
goat.
he's rad. But I wanted to ask you about John Lear's theory of souls, because I think so. Another theory I've heard Rogan talk about is that we are being harvested for our souls.
That comes from John Lear.
Okay. I think that Earth is some kind of a penal colony, honestly. I don't think it's
penal?
A penis colony?
What are you talking about?
We just butt fuck each other.
Oh my God. I've heard about it. So what's going on with that?
But it's
We're
curious.
colonizing the penals? What are we talking about?
It's penal colony.
Oh, like a
prison.
Oh, the prison planet.
I think so. And I think there's something to our souls having to be worked on, and that's maybe why we're here. But tell me John Lear's theory, because he thinks like the grays are involved and the moon is like a...
Well, John Lear had no filter. Like all his marbles were like going in and out and in and out. Now it couldn't keep track of it. But some things he said were absolutely true. And he connected me with a whole bunch of high level people because they all came to him because he had this special talent of like listening. What he's really doing was ready to tell everybody. The guy had like the biggest mouth ever. So I don't know which of your questions to answer, because the idea did come from John, but although it's an older idea that we are on a prison planet, the penal colony, as
the penis colony.
The penis colony.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's that's one. Also the zoo theory that like you know, it's just like we're cool to watch. I mean, we fucking watch like little, you know, amoebas. Like we're cool to watch, just like entertainment.
That's true. I mean, I like to watch my cats just do stupid things. And humans are so stupid, and we're so rife with conflict and problems.
We're the best show on planet Earth. Planet Earth. Best show in the solar system, I bet.
I bet.
Not bragging.
Well, no, I mean, there's a reason reality television, we finally turned the camera on ourselves. How stupid we all are. It's fucking great.
I don't know, stupid, because also inspiring, like, despite our stupidity, you see bravery, you see humor, you see. So I love human beings. You know how like, you know how we put up these barriers, and we're like, I'm different than you. Okay, so I fucking love humans. I'm sorry, I'm an extrovert. You know, and the idea of like a prison planet. If you want to go dark, let's go dark. What he told me.
Yeah. What's his exact theory?
Yeah.
Prison planet.
So we are containers.
I gotta smoke. Containers for souls.
I fucking wish I could smoke with you because the Valley Fever thing, I can't have a cigarette.
No, you got that when you were a youngster.
Yeah, youngster.
Okay, hold on, but our souls are containers, and then the aliens want us to preserve the container because they take our souls, right? Like our souls are food.
I don't know what happens after you crack a beer, other than it goes into my mouth and I drink it. But his theory was that, and funny enough, they actually gave this to Bob Lazar in a briefing, and Bob is so a nerd. He is a science nerd. God bless his heart. But he is so analytical, and he's had to be on the defensive, so he's really careful. He read a briefing that said that human beings were genetically altered like 46 times or something, and that's like even Jesus was like an alien, basically a hybrid, where they genetically altered. You're like, sure, that's
that's not
believable now after everything we've seen in the last 5 years.
Yeah, but what isn't believable? Like, yeah, okay. I mean,
so I'm just saying, like, I don't speculate. As a journalist, this is not, right now we are talking theory, okay? So John Lear said, we are containers for souls, and that aliens, like the Greys are cybernetic organisms. They're biologically printed, but they have an AI hive mind, and they are here to take care of their product like we would a Kobe beef. We'd give them beer and massage them till the day we eat them. Okay, so that was John Lear's theory, that human beings were maturing like a fine wine, a soul, through human experience, pain, love, fucking, all emotions would mature that soul, maybe learning.
Yes, to evolve your soul.
Right, so evolve, mature the soul. But John Lear said, but we're a product. We're a commodity.
Yes.
To a higher intelligence than the Greys. That's what he said. And I started laughing my ass off when he told me that, right? Because this is like 15 years ago. I'm like laughing my ass off. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Lazar did read in a briefing memo that he was given a whole stack, and he doesn't know what is misinformation to see if he goes and leaks it.
Yeah.
So like, why would they tell a guy coming to work on a propulsion system that fucking Jesus was a hybrid and that the Greys call us containers and we call the Greys kids, the kids, because they're short? Like, it doesn't make any sense they would show him that. So we think it's disinformation and what they call passage material.
Yeah.
So that's John Lear's theory that you asked for. Did that answer your question?
Yes, totes.
Okay.
Well, then that would give the Greys a whole lot of power over us. And from what I've been told, the Greys are not like that intelligent. They're just like soldiers.
I never met one.
I never met one either. But
So I have friends that have, like legitimately documented by tons of other witnesses. There's 2 females. Shout out to Liesl and Salma. Ariel School. There was a landing.
The Ariel School phenomenon. I've seen that UFO documentary.
There's a few documentaries. There was a landing of a craft at a school with about, I think
South Africa?
90 kids, 60, 90 kids, South Africa.
In the 90s.
Yeah. And the thing is, I heard about this story, and famously John Mack from Harvard, who is head of psychology, psychiatry, whatever, he went out there with the BBC and they did interviews with the kids. And I see these little faces of these cute little kids, a very diverse school, white kids, black kids, the whole thing. It wasn't just like, it was every kind of person, including teachers. Now, the teachers at first said, we didn't see him, nothing to see here, move on. Imagine a school and the BBC comes with John motherfucking Mack from Harvard. You're like, whoa. But here's what happened. I see these faces of these kids, and kids tell it like they saw it. Like when you're in that setting with an authority figure asking you, you don't coordinate amongst 60, 90 kids.
No.
The same narrative. You don't draw the same picture. You just don't do that. And there's John Mack, and I'm a kid, and I'm watching these kids. Flash forward. Liesl. She meets me in Oregon. Salma. They were the closest to the aliens. They call them aliens. The Greys. They had almond-shaped eyes, big heads. And here's what people don't know. When they were standing in front of this being, Salma, or I think it was Liesl, said to me, in my mind was being projected the destruction of Earth.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, the environment. And she says, I got the message, and a lot of the kids did, that we're going to hurt ourselves and that we should protect Earth because it's special. And then she said she had to like break out of that. Liesl and Salma, break out of that, Liesl said. And all of a sudden it just all went back. Like the sound was back, everything was back. And they left, ran away, or, kids. The thing is, I asked her, I said, one, what did they want you to do, and are you doing it? And she goes, and she looks at me, because it's the first time she had publicly spoken. And she goes, I think I'm doing it right now.
Oh, wow.
I'm getting goosebumps. I think I'm doing it right now to tell people. But my brain, I have to be on guard all the time, because in my life, I'm thinking in my head, are they lying to her? Oh. Right? So I wonder, Messengers of Deception is an amazing book by Jacques Vallée.
Oh, I know Jacques Vallée. I don't know him personally, but Jacques
French,
Vallée.
shout out to Jacques Vallée. He is a good friend. I love him with all of my heart. And he is a pioneer of deep thinking on this complex mosaic, this Rubik's Cube that we call the UFO phenomenon, which is much deeper than hard physical craft that fly through the sky. Much deeper. And I can tell you that because I am the fucking repository of crazy. Every single fucking person on planet Earth. I made myself accessible. I got an email. I got a phone number. I will take any call. I will talk with you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you don't hurt me, protect me. I'll listen to you. And I love that. And I can't answer everything. It's just a bombardment.
Wait, but can I ask you a question? So that what you're talking about,
Ariel School.
Yeah, look it up because they actually have footage of these children being interviewed by a renowned psychologist, and it's conclusive evidence that like they all saw the same thing.
The head of Harvard psychology with the BBC.
It's nuts.
Lisa and Salma, shout the fuck out to you. You are heroes of mine too.
That's so cool.
Aliens. They saw aliens, and the aliens projected things into their heads to protect the Earth. But I'm a skeptical person. I don't believe you or an alien. You have to show me, not tell me. So when the aliens say that shit to them, I'd be like, are you fucking liars?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but what about the orbs? What do you think I'm seeing in the sky?
I'm
me what
playing
you
just
think.
the tip right now with you because I know you want to talk about orbs.
Let's talk about them.
And
What
you
are
want to
they?
talk about psionics, and you want to talk about when you see with your mind and you connect, and other people stand by, you can't see them.
No, they can see them.
Okay, but sometimes they can't because sometimes I don't until I look at the footage. So I got a story for you, and I've never told it.
Oh, cool.
Fuck, here we go. Jesus Christ. My God, I'm going to pee my pants. Okay, check it out.
Go ahead, buddy.
Just did.
Yeah.
Actually, I did that one time in second grade. Piano teacher was the daughter of somebody from the Grateful Dead, and she told me I couldn't pee in class. I'm so defiant. This might define me. I'm so defiant. I go, okay. And I pissed myself.
Don't pee yourself today.
No, and then what happened was they had to give me new pants. It took me out of school. My mom was so mad at the teacher because she didn't let me go to the bathroom. Second grade. What the fuck was her name? It was at Franklin School. Anyway, so I'm not going to pee my pants.
Don't pee your pants.
That would be a great clip for you, though.
Don't pee your pants.
Okay, check it out.
Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, just because I'm drinking beer.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a story because I thought about it.
Okay.
When I saw your podcast where you talked about your experience, I didn't know
With
you
Duncan.
had one.
Yeah.
You were with Duncan when you had it?
No, I've had multiple
Yeah, you talked with
experiences.
Duncan and told him.
Yes.
Okay, so I just saw that
clip, yeah.
and I was like, and I'm like, I'm fucking going to Austin. And then boom, your producer hits me and I'm like, I am free, baby. Let's do this. So bear with me because I want you to hear this story.
Okay.
I've never told it.
Okay.
Not like this. I saw something in the sky and it looked like a Silver Surfer, like from a cartoon. And naively, and I don't know what year it is, but everybody can go look at the video. It's probably one of the first videos I ever put on YouTube. And I asked people, what is this? Like you can see, I'm just asking, what is this? I'm not saying that's a UFO. I'm like, what is it? Immediately that night, Bill Nye the Science Guy goes on television and says, oh, they probably superimposed brine shrimp onto the film. I go to Google, what the fuck is a brine shrimp? Sea monkey. Motherfucker said I put sea monkeys in the footage. That's not science. I was so confused. I thought he was a science guy. I call the news station. I go, no. That's my footage, and I don't know how to superimpose dick. And they ignored me. And I thought, what the fuck? How does this work? So I went deep dive onto MySpace, and I started connecting people on MySpace and just trying to figure out, I think it was MySpace or Facebook or something. It was like little groups, and I was like, did anybody else film this? Famously, TMZ had some basketball player that filmed it. I found 5 other people. So now I had 6 or 7, if you include mine, angles of observation. So I thought, I'm going to fucking figure this out. I did. Then I got a 7th piece of footage. And it was the head GoPro or something camera on this Red Bull skydiver with iridium flares on his ankles that was going like the Silver Surfer over Santa Monica. Mm-hmm. And I go, yes, I solved a UFO case. I emailed all these UFO groups like, I solved the case, guys. I solved the case. Nobody wanted to take it because UFO people want UFOs. They don't want solved cases, right? That's boring. So I was like, what is this all about? I've been interested since a kid, and nobody, like, I solved a case. So that was kind of my first UFO unidentified sighting, was something I solved. I got a YouTube message that says, meet me at this time, at this place, at this parking lot, on the rooftop, or no, he said somewhere else, at this time, this place. And I'll show you. All you got to do is be grateful. And there's a practice you can do. And you'll see him. And I turn to my girlfriend, who is now my wife, right? And I go, this fucking crazy guy wants me to meet him in Santa Monica. And I don't, nobody knows me. I don't know anybody. I was doing art. I was an artist at the time. After martial athletics, I was an artist accidentally. And she goes, you know you're going to go. Oh, shit. So I immediately wrote him back and said, I'll meet you. Give me your number. Gave me his number. I changed the location and time on him 5 times just so I wasn't getting fooled. Like he knew there was a balloon that was going to go, a weather balloon or something like that. So I'm already thinking like defensively, right? Because I want to know the truth. Finally, we get up to, I took him in my car, delayed. He has all these cameras. He's a homeless guy, by the way. He had a cell phone. Right? Number one thing.
They all do.
You got to.
It's
but back
so
then,
funny.
this was back then. This is like probably the first iPhone where you can look at the video to see the year, but it was like, I was shocked. I was like, cell phones? What the fuck? But like he was in a home at that point, right? But he hit like a halfway house kind of thing, but real homeless guy. I love him with all of my heart, but he's got like, he's had a rough life. So you got a guy who's had a rough life, who's homeless, who's going to show UFOs and has spent whatever money he got on this fucking camera and tripod. So I was filming him. I'm literally filming him. I have this footage. It's like, Michael didn't put it in the movie. I'm filming the guy and he's doing some summoning thing. First time I ever heard about this. So imagine this is, I'm going to get the year wrong. Whatever year it was really early on. Look at the video. And all of a sudden he goes, there. And you see me all skeptical, like, okay, buddy. And I come into frame. I'll give you this footage for your show. It's never been aired, I don't think.
Oh, thank you.
It's a cool little clip, but I'm giving you context so we could air it, right? So what happens is, I'm like, okay, buddy. You can see on my face, I'm like an artist wearing a fedora and shit. You know, I'm like, okay, buddy. I go next to him. My eyes at that time were a little bit better. I was like looking, I can't see anything, but I'm looking right where he's looking, he's pointing. And he's going like, Yahweh, Yahweh. He had a religious belief, right? And which I didn't. Holy shit. I saw something that day that previously I had never seen before. And they were fast movers. They were orbs.
Yeah.
So I don't catch them on the film. I capture accidentally, because I was filming him, my reaction, which is stunned.
Yeah.
So like you, that was the first time I'd ever seen anything I couldn't explain. I could not explain this. That started this thing for a couple years or a few years, quietly. I'd meet him at the VA, whatever. I have dozens and dozens of times when he said, I'm going to summon and you're going to see something in the fucking sky.
Yeah.
And I have a Canon 5D Mark II.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking shitty camera. I was good at the time. So you don't like, it's not like high definition zoom in like you got now. But he was fucking right. And it never took more than 3 minutes for something to show up. So I started telling my super educated friend from Harvard that I've known since 3 years old, named Michael Shane Side, this writer who's like, my friend has known me forever and, will call bullshit on me. And he just laughed his ass off at me. He's like, you fucking following a homeless guy, fucking looking at UFOs, you fucking kook. That was his attitude.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how this ends. So I kept showing footage to my friends. I'm like, look, dude, there's something there, man. I don't know what it is. Don't really fucking care. But at the same time, it's fucking weird, right? They mocked me, and Asimakis Pagidas, a.k.a. Alpha, my Greek friends. These guys are really educated. They studied things like classics, and, they're smarty pants, right? Way smarter than me. Not street smart, but smarter than me otherwise. And One day, I'm filming with John Lear, and my phone is on silent. I had this compulsion while I'm filming, which I also have on camera, and I'm like, John, hold on a second. In the middle of filming, I just had this feeling, and I picked up my phone, and it's Mikey, and I have it recorded. I open it up. I go, hold on, John. Mikey, what's up, man? And he goes, so you know that thing you told me about? He goes, I went outside, put myself in a state of gratitude and prayer. And he goes, and I am seeing orbs in the sky. And then I hear in the background, these girls walk by. What is that? They say to him. What is that? And he goes, I don't know. I'm on the phone with my friend Jeremy. I don't know. And I go, Mikey, John Lear is here. You know John Lear, the UFO nut you were talking about? And John goes, Mikey, tell them to come visit John Lear in Las Vegas, Nevada. They know where I live. Motherfucker stands up and his legs are all black and fucked up from all his illness. And I see him hobble to the door, open the door, all filming, look up out the sky, come back in, sit down and go, Mikey, it's a no-show. They didn't come here, but that's okay. Thanks for letting us know. And I sit there thinking, I have fallen down the rabbit hole and there's fucking no hope. And so all of that happened. That was my first experience to the possibility that consciousness is related to your ability to perceive. And I want to say that very specifically, your ability to perceive what is always there. John Lear used to say, Jeremy, if your eyes could see, the sky would be black from how many UFOs are up above you. And I was like, dude, you fucking crazy, right? So that's the first time, I do a good John Lear impression. First time that I thought, John Lear believes what he's telling me. He got up in pain to go look out because he thought Mikey was going to send the UFOs to him. Yeah. And Mikey said it. He said, go to see John Lear in Las Vegas, Nevada. I will give you that footage too. It's a crazy little clip. But all it shows is that John Lear believed it. I was not a believer in that, but I've seen that happen. There is a connection between human consciousness and what we call UFOs. Always has been, always been reported, but don't get trapped. And let me explain that. I think it's really important. That is a vulnerability. At some point, if you have an extraordinary experience, the fish got to get bigger. Your mind has to make it bigger. If you want something bigger, tell them to come closer. That's what always bothers me, the Sumner thing. Tell them to come closer. If you have this psychic connection and they want to, and it's real, tell them to come closer so you can talk with them. That's what I would do. But I'm kind of like kryptonite to the unexplained because I have to be as a journalist, right? So I'm always the guy inside going to get the night vision goggles for my friends that are out in the desert, me in Pioneer Town. I'm like, I'm going to give you the coolest thing you see 100,000 times more stars. Hold on, I'll be right back. I go in, they all start screaming. So close friends of mine, scientists who didn't believe shit, saw stuff. By the time I get out with the night vision, you missed it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That was always me. It was always me. So you're lucky. You're fortunate, actually. Luck is opportunity and your ability to grasp that opportunity. But you're lucky when you're born. You're fortunate. There's a difference in that word. Look it up. The point being that you saw something that expanded your concept of what it means to be human. That is fortunate because there is a larger world out there. The ancient Greeks used to think that stars were pecking marks from, what are they called? Not Tweety birds, hummingbirds. They used to believe hummingbirds made the stars by pecking the firmament. But now the world is so much bigger. We realize there's galaxies and shit. So you experience that. Don't ever let that leave you. There's something bigger. There's something greater, right?
Definitely.
But you're being played.
Why?
By our government.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay, then tell me how I'm being played.
The psionics movement is a government-controlled movement. I've really never talked about this publicly, but I know that to be true. Not that these guys didn't have experiences, not that there isn't a connection to consciousness and UAP, but I told you at the beginning that they're trying to shape the emerging UAP narrative. That is a quote from a CIA document. The psionics movement as it's presented to you by intelligence agents is to shape the narrative. It's not that it's untrue, all of it. Some of it is untrue. And I think if I had those guys sitting with me right here, they'd want to admit it because they're patriots and they're probably good humans. So keep your mind open.
Yes.
Don't let the marbles spill out.
But hold on. But then how is it that if I go outside anywhere in the world and I literally just look up and I like what your crazy homeless friend was saying, you look up in gratitude, I do have to be on a certain emotional whatever frequency.
You've noticed that?
Yeah.
Explain that.
Okay. See, here's the difference. Here's what I think I'm so glad you said that. I think this is where worlds collide. This is where we need to have the orb discussion meets like the journalist covering the UAP.
Let's go there.
Yeah. There is a component to this stuff that is spiritual, that isn't just, I haven't seen spacecraft. I can't tell you that I've seen discs or Tic Tacs or any of that stuff. But like, if I go out and if I have like what your friend was saying, a feeling of gratitude, of a meditative state, if I'm not thinking about my worldly bullshit, my problems, I have to be in the right mind space. They show up.
Okay.
What? Don't say it to me like that. Why? How would the government know that Christina P, the comedian in Austin, Texas, is thinking positive thoughts?
Oh, no, it's not our government putting craft in the air.
Oh.
They can't control that.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. We had a miscommunication.
Yeah. So how are they? What's the rub?
The rub is that there is a connection. It appears as a journalist, there is a connection. It appears. I can't deny it, no matter how allergic I am to it, to consciousness and what we call UFOs. What you're experiencing.
To be able to perceive them. The perception.
Your words, not mine.
Right.
I believe that to be correct. I can't prove it. I believe it to be.
I do too.
Okay. So our government is hyper aware of the connective tissue between consciousness and the perceived world. Equations are classified. So what you're seeing is the phenomenon, and that's what we call it now, right? It's popular because it's much bigger than the spaceships, as we call them, or the craft, UFOs. I believe. I'm pretty damn sure. You take that for whatever, bearded, tattooed, fucking accidental journalist, take that for whatever you think. So what you're seeing is the phenomenon. Our government can't hide that from you, can they? Because it's you. It's you out there. If that's real and it's true, and look, I'll be like your best worst friend, or your worst best friend, because you'll send me a video and you'll say, I just summoned these orbs, and you'll send it to me. And I'll geospace, location, tag, all that shit. And I will sometimes find that you have seen a distant airplane.
Oh, for sure.
Starlink.
For sure. Yes.
But sometimes there'll be nothing trackable on any tracker. And there will be other characteristics. As an example, which I've seen myself. Instantaneous acceleration. I've seen it in person. Instantaneous acceleration. We don't have anything that can do that. So when you send me a video, I will eliminate, you just text me the video, I'll eliminate all the knowns. And if we have an unknown, then you saw a UFO, unidentified fucking object, okay? Brass tacks. Our government knows the jig is up. They were forced into that position. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's like some altruistic thing with people in government. They're like ready to tell people, right?
Yeah, it's not usually the case.
No.
Humans aren't like that.
So what you're seeing by how you're describing it to me is the real UFO phenomenon.
Yeah.
It's not like government craft they're putting up.
Thank you. Finally.
No.
It's not like this reverse. It's not like that.
They're retarded. It's so discombobulated.
Yeah.
The whole orchestration of the intelligence agencies. There's no way.
But here's what I'm saying, Jeremy Corbell, is that there there are the weirdos of the world like me, the artists, the creatives that can tap into this consciousness that allows us to see it.
Anybody can.
Anybody can.
But creative people, I've heard this a lot, like musicians, creative people, they tend to be seekers of like something. So you hear about it more from them. But I'll tell you, factually, if I go through 15 years of recorded phone calls.
Oh, of course, look, I've got my fans have emailed me. I've seen the orbs. I've seen the orbs.
Engineers call me from nuclear programs. They never believed in UFOs. It was like a car crash. So you don't need to be there summoning. For some people, it's like a car crash. It just happens to them and it injures them because they see something in their mind can never erase.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So if you see it before you're kind of ready to see it, maybe it'll break you. Is that
it's just people not trying is what I'm saying. So there's people that don't try. So you want a concrete example?
What, of trying?
Of people not trying and seeing one?
Sure.
Okay, I don't know where you want to go, but here.
No. I want to talk about. Okay, so hold on. Let's back it up.
Yeah,
so
go wherever you want to go.
Okay. So you think what I am seeing are actual aliens? Is that what we're saying?
I didn't say that. What
UAP phenomenon.
Yeah, you're seeing UAP. You're seeing the real phenomenon, whatever that is, the phenomenon, which we call UFOs.
Right.
From your account to me, I assess that you are not mistaking planes whenever you feel grateful. You know, look at the sky when you're feeling like fucking shit,
it won't
be there, right? So
and I have witnesses. My husband, my children.
Yeah.
Anybody comes over to my fucking house, I'm like, let's go outside and look at the orbs. Okay. Holy shit. Yeah. Like I've invited people over and they shit their fucking pants. Yeah. It's real. I don't summon them, by the way, and I don't feel like I don't. That's a weird word.
So I'm so glad you said that.
I don't like that idea.
Can
it's
I break
not
that down?
that. Yeah.
Okay. You don't summon shit.
No.
That shit is there all the time.
I think so too.
Because what happens, people start thinking they're a master summoner, and then and I've been with them, and they get so depressed that when I'm there, that they don't see them, that they say, "Well, it was your investigative mind. It stopped them from coming." Bitch, I've been with a lot of people that saw them. They think they're summoning them. No. They are not. All they're doing is removing the fucking blinders off of their eyes, and they are fucking always there.
That's what it is.
We call them the Watchers. In intelligence circles, I heard that. They're always there.
They're always there.
However, they do interact, and let me give you concrete proof. To me, not to you. This will be a story to you. I was so skeptical that I was like, with a bunch of people, I'm like, tell them to do shit then. Tell them to do something.
Yeah.
And they're like, flash. Motherfucker flashed. I'm like, that was pretty cool. I'm like, tell them to move left. Motherfucker moved left. Just asked it. Will you please? Like, I said, tell it to circle around the other one. Fucking circle around the other one. So I'm sitting here shitting my pants, not just pissing it. And I'm like, trying to keep cool looking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said out loud, and be careful what you say out loud. I've learned that in my life. Yeah. Three times I said something, or 2 times for sure I said something out loud, and life was like, oh, we're participatory in this thing we call reality.
Yeah.
Check this out, bitch.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's where I got sick and went to. That's where my whole life changed. I asked the world, do you have anything other for me than the martial athletics and being a sensei and teaching that and devoting my life to it? And it fucking answered me.
Yeah, I know. It's fucked up.
I said out loud. It's fucked up. I said out loud. We're being too serious for your podcast. I said out loud, I will never doubt again if you perform this exact maneuver. And I said it. The Harvard guys there, Mikey and Alpha, the guy, Asimakis Pagidas. And motherfucker, the things we were seeing in the sky did it. So I was like, but I still doubt.
Yeah.
I'll never doubt again. I didn't keep my promise.
But that's the see. So there is, and there lies the difference of consciousness, I think.
You nailed it with saying you don't summon. You're right.
No.
Tell all the summoners, they don't fucking summon shit.
No.
They get these egos and they start religions based on it. All they had was an experience of the natural world, and the fish gets bigger. You can't summon shit. You can't.
No.
They're there.
They're there.
If this is true.
And I think there is something to you being open, like you said.
Fact.
Being open, not being like fuck like you can't go into it.
Just be open to it.
Just be open, curious, and grateful.
Yeah, what does that word mean? So like, I fixate on words because I think they're weapons, right? So a state of be grateful, like. Sure, like we're grateful, like we're alive. You're grateful we can smoke a cigarette because it fucking is amazing. I can have a beer, I can hug my wife, I can sleep, and get good rest. Like, I think all you have to do is be open.
Yeah. Yeah.
People do all these things, like there's protocols to summon.
I don't buy that.
All bullshit, because
stuff,
I've seen different protocols all work. And I've also seen a lot of people get so drunk on having seen it that they literally think they're prophets.
Oh yeah.
And then every plane, every satellite,
becomes
every
a thing.
Fucking hell.
See, that's what I'm saying. So I also think there's something to who you are as a human. If you're humble, or if you're like you have an ego about it, and you think you're a prophet, like they're not gonna.
No, I don't think they give a fuck. No, I think
they do, Jeremy. I think that they won't.
No, because people with huge egos still get real captures of summoning.
Oh.
So I don't think egos are bad.
That's interesting.
I don't think having a large ego is bad if you're a large person. Don't be a douchebag. Don't be a dick. But one of my jiu-jitsu teachers once told me when I was a kid, he said, he was like a fucking gnarly dude. Like building a fucking Black Power army. Like the dude was gnarly, and I fucking got my knee snapped, and I got the shit beat out of me, and he bit through my thumb down to the bone. Now, he was like a gnarly guy, but he did say something really wise. Taught me a lot what not to do, but also taught me what to do. And he said to me, he says, when you diminish your power to someone else to make them comfortable, you're doing them a disservice. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he says, because they're uncomfortable, because they're upset or whatever the fuck it is, then you're not living by example. So he's not saying go be an egomaniac. What he's saying is he goes, you're not bragging, you're confessing. He says, just be yourself.
But fully yourself. The impression that I get is you have to be fully yourself by allowing other people to do their thing. You do your thing. You're just a clear vessel. You're a clear line.
So you're talking about when you're summoning or in life?
Just don't say summoning. When I
sorry. No, you're right.
Both.
You're right. When you're experiencing or when you're in life?
In both. No. So I think the tangent to... So since I have been seeing these orbs...
It changed you.
Yeah.
Tell me how.
It's an enlightenment. It's a very...
What does that word mean?
It means that I've had a lot of childhood trauma, a lot of stuff. And everybody who's listened to me for the last 20 years, I'm very open about my life. I've been in therapy, EMDR, Prozac,
Yeah.
I had cancer. Now I'm smoking again, which is great.
What kind of cancer you have?
I had breast cancer. A very rare kind, by the way, that like less than 1% of the population has. 2 years. And I had such PTSD.
My mom did too, by the way.
Oh,
it's
so
she's
horrific.
doing good. She had
I'm fine now. But I had this bizarro kind that nobody knew about. It was like a rare form. And then I was in Boca Raton and I was broken with PTSD. And I
saw that in the news or something. You were in some trip with your husband.
Oh, that's when we got stranded. And I saw orbs in there too when I was there.
Did.
But before that, I was begging God, whoever, please help me with this PTSD.
Right, whatever
I'm
you
broken.
call it.
Yeah, I'm broken and I will not come back from this. This is too much suffering.
Whoa.
Can't do it, God. And I'm not a religious person. I'm not whatever. And I just started, that's when I started seeing the orbs and meditating.
Holy shit.
Meditated. And guess what? They, whatever, this connection, this thing, this awakening, I've had a spiritual awakening where it's broken down my past trauma. It's broken down bad memories, bad ways of being.
By
ways,
seeing these things?
Not by seeing, but also by meditating every day. I don't know how. I don't know why.
Do you take like 5 minutes or
an hour? I can meditate for 2 hours. This morning I did for 2 hours.
Alone?
Yeah, I sit in the dark for 2 hours, and I get in downloads.
Do you try to
emotional
do anything?
downloads? No.
You
and
just sit there.
I just fucking sit there, and I'm telling you, and I've worked through my 50 years of trauma. I cry, I rage, I get angry, and then I get another inspiration, another thing. Maybe it's the subconscious mind. Maybe it's my unconscious
Fist bump
mind.
on whatever
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck's
fucking
going on
great.
with you.
And now I'm at a point where like I feel more integrated, as they say. Carl Jung would say, you've integrated your shadows. So I've been able to see my shadows, feel them, because I didn't have feelings for many years. I was so traumatized. And this, whatever, since I've been seeing orbs, I feel things.
Okay, so is it since you've been seeing orbs that changed your life, or is it that your life changed and then you looked up?
Both in conjunction. I've always been a seeker. I studied philosophy in college. I've always been curious about the existence of reality. I never thought that what we have.
Ontological, right?
Ontological proof.
Means
I went to Oxford. I studied every proof for the existence of God for 1 year. Okay, so I've always been a seeker.
Yes.
So I've always been in therapy. I've always been working towards. And then the time I see the orbs, from that point till now, so last October until now, I've had a thorough fucking integration of my consciousness.
Which makes you more...
vulnerable.
Okay, but
Yeah.
let me ask. I'm going to ask before you tell me.
Go ahead.
Does it make you more authentic?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't tolerate inauthentic. I never really could
You
before.
can see it in 2 seconds, right?
And now I can smell it. I don't like it. I don't want to be near it. And so many things in my life have fallen away
Yes, good.
because of that.
Now you're focused.
Yeah.
Because you know the path.
And what your jujitsu teacher is saying, that's the point where I just realized yesterday, actually. So I walk in nature, I go to the park, and I look at trees.
As part of meditation, is that you consider that meditation too?
Sure. It's
You
how
have to
my
sit in a
fucking
dark
brain
room,
is.
or-
No.
Okay, because I meditate all the time.
Oh, you do?
I never sit down anymore. I did that for like 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
All I do is I try to be tunnel vision present.
Yes.
And for me, people are like, that's not meditation. You got to sit down and do these ohms and chants. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
I hate that stuff.
Maybe. I'm like, right now, all I try to do is be with you.
Yeah.
Look straight ahead and try to be present. And to me, that's meditation. Is that right? How you understand it?
Yes, and. So yes, and. I'm going to yes, and. That since I started seeing orbs, whatever, this thing.
I don't know.
I got connected to my heart, if that makes sense. They literally, or whatever, what I do know when I meditate, to get in connection with my soul, with my feelings, I would start by putting my hand on my heart just to feel something. I wasn't feeling anything. I was
That's
so
your
traumatized.
protocol. Is you just go like that
Feel
because
it.
you need you're in
You're
your mind. The
connecting.
words you use, you're like, my heart. I'm not feeling. So
Yeah.
you see, that's what I mean. You can create anything that is meaningful to you, and it has the intent that allows you to do.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yes. And so the more connected I become to myself, the more connected I've been to my past, my healing process, the more orbs I can see. Does that make sense? Like I can go out into fucking camping with my kids and I see them.
So your
There's
trap,
some connection.
Your trap.
What's my trap?
It's a big trap.
Okay.
So I go out to a great dinner and I try this fucking piece of sushi. It's out of this world. Shout out to Izakaya in Ojai, California. This fucking sushi is the greatest in the world. And the guy makes it with love, the owner. He puts a piece in front of me and I eat that. And it is so good. What do I want to do? I want to share that with fucking everybody.
Yeah.
I'm telling you your trap. You ready?
Yeah, okay. Oh my
I
God,
want
I'm
to share
scared.
that with everybody.
Yeah.
And I fucking tell them, there's this guy and you got to go there. This fucking sushi's so good. This fucking piece of fish, this fucking thing is so good. And I get passionate. I'm like, it's the fucking best thing. You got to fucking try it. I'm going to take you. I'm going to go pick you up right now. They try it and they're like, oh, yeah,
That's
good.
great.
I go, wait. And they're like, oh, I hate fish. I'm like, what did you fucking tell me? So here's your trap. This is what I say at the end of the movie. UFOs are a symbol. They're a sign. they're for you. In my experience, this level of it, we're talking about not the government level. They're for you. Your trap is that when something changes you, which you said it did, then you want to share that. So you're going to tell people, hey, come look at this. And you're going to say, it's so cool. And the trap is you're going to feel bad when they don't have the same experience as you. It will happen. Don't worry.
Right. No, I've already shown people and they're like,
it's a
great,
no-show.
Great. No,
Or
they
they don't
see
care.
them and then they go, cool,
that's
what time
cool.
is the movie? Like they don't give a shit and it doesn't
Okay,
affect
so
them.
you're cool with that.
Yeah, for
As
sure.
a person to person, like I've seen
Yes.
people get destroyed because their
No.
whole world changed when they were able to understand that this is real, whatever this is, and then they go into like a PTSD shock that like nobody cares and
No.
Okay, so you understand that's for you,
I
what
think,
you saw?
Yes, here's the thing too, and I feel like that's just the laser light show, like orbs and stuff, and phenomenon or whatever the fuck you see. That's just the externals, the fun, the fireworks, the truth of
The
it.
shiny thing.
Yeah, like the real stuff is the internal healing. If you get to connect, if you get this spiritual thing, that's the real gold that I want to share with people. And also, I want
You
to
share that without showing them UFOs. You share that by being you every
Of
day after
course.
that. That's
yes,
the fucking
baby.
point.
Oh, that's why
Then
I'm here
you are on
talking to
track.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's why I want to talk to you too, because I want to. If you see these things in the sky, I just don't want the government narrative of like,
Yeah, be careful.
this is war.
Right.
We gotta go to war with these things. I don't think that everything in the sky is inherently evil. And
So you're seeing that. So I don't read media because my mom will screenshot anything negative and send it to me. I don't need to read it. So what you're telling me, and I just want to make sure, is the predominant narrative in popular culture right now that they're coming and we got to prepare and be ready and be worried. Is that what you're saying?
I think what I've observed as a child of the Cold War, you and I are about the same. We're the same
I'm
age.
49.
Yeah, I'm 49 too. And I think we're raised in the Cold War narrative of, we've also watched all the movies, Close Encounters. And like, you're led to believe that what else is out there is inherently it's gonna abduct you. You're gonna wake up and your butt's gonna be bleeding. This is this is gnarly. This is bad. You got to prevent against knowing these things. And I'm like, I just don't think that's a very intelligent way to go about looking at the unknown. We don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you. Maybe there is no correlation between me seeing stuff in the sky and having an emotional healing. I don't know. Maybe there isn't. You're right. But I think for us
No, I think there
immediately,
is.
oh, good. Okay. So then we agree on that.
But I don't understand chicken and egg yet with you, and we're going to get to that because I'm going to interview you in a second. So go.
Oh shit. But I just don't, I just hate the narrative of like these weapons and this is
Okay,
bullshit.
but you hate the narrative because you don't like weapons, or do you hate the narrative because you think it's
I don't
a
want the
disservice to
public.
humanity, or-
Exactly. I don't want the public inherently thinking that because it's unknown, it's bad, and we have to go to war over it.
Yeah.
We have to nuke somebody over it. That's the thing.
So we're totally aligned,
Mhm.
but there's a lot of nuance. And I depending on what you want to talk about and your audience wants to hear, I would love to break down the nuance of the messaging from our government. If
no.
you want, that's
I
too
don't
much.
want to hear it.
Yeah, fuck that.
Can I
then.
tell you? Because I feel like I didn't fuck their messaging. It's like,
Okay, but be aware.
It's so much information and disinformation and bullshit. It's like, oh fuck, who cares what?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying
So
too.
then I'm gonna simplify it. I'm
Okay,
gonna
go ahead.
simplify it, which is just you cannot trust anybody that isn't independent telling you shit. Obvious. The reason the government uses emissaries to tell you, like a spaceship might be coming, is what they're saying, sometimes, that we have to prepare, is because in the good sense, that's their fucking job, is to protect you.
That's true.
They can't get out of their mind the
That's true,
weaponization the
that's
last
true.
70 fucking 80 90 years. So I'm going to give them
That's
an out.
true.
I'm going to give them an out.
Yeah.
However, reality, these are so advanced these craft. I don't know if the beings are, might be fucking retards who stole the keys from their parents, but like the craft are so advanced. They wanted to hurt us. They'd hurt us at any given.
That's what I
fucking
said
second.
when Duncan was here. They could have wiped us out.
Fucking Duncan, why isn't he here?
A million years. I know,
Duncan, I've texted you
God damn it,
3
you
fucking
bitch.
times, and I gave you a goddamn Duncan.
God damn it.
If you don't meet me at 3:50 today at my hotel for me to take you to Willy Wonka's magical emporium of fantasy, fuck you, fuck you, and
Fuck
you have to
your
make it
mother.
up. Wow, that too.
Okay, where are we? Sorry.
Where are you? Where do you want to?
Where do I want to go? I mean, look,
But-
I just think
I agree
think
with
there's
you.
more to this. I think that we're in a highly materialistic age where we have been told how to think, how to feel. And there, look, spirituality and all these things have been, human consciousness is also the great mystery that we don't know shit about. And I think the atomic model that we're on is fucking bullshit too. And we're about to enter this new era of understanding consciousness and how
I
it
hope
works.
so.
But that's the thing is like, let's fucking do it. Come on. What's the
You're right.
hold
What's
up?
my hope? Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Let's force it. Let's use people's desire to force scientific study, to force experiments. Let's focus on human consciousness because there's something beautiful that is intangible to me where our consciousness has a direct interplay with physical reality. I've experienced
Of course. Look, the Secret. Remember that thing that came out in 2008?
Yes, it felt like a cult though.
Really? Because I'm sitting here now in a fucking studio. This is the house that Farts built. Because I was into The Secret and manifesting and
Okay,
using
well,
your
that's
mind to
cool.
create. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, I created a stupid career telling jokes about my tits through just believing and going. So consciousness is very powerful.
Okay, so that's real. But then what if I've got friends that are super sick and they have incurable diseases and everybody's telling them, oh, do this, The Secret, do this, meditate, do this.
yeah.
And then what happens is they still got cancer.
Of course.
They still fucking die. And so what I'm asking you is, how do you square that circle? You're like, so I agree with you that my whole life.
I'm talking about material success. I'm not talking about health, and I'm talking about like
So in your body, you
manifesting.
can't have
I
effect?
I don't know. I don't know.
My
that
mom
one.
told me when she had cancer really bad that she got all the treatments, she lost her hair, she did all this when I was a kid. I was like 13, and she says I visualized like snow just coming over, going all over my body, just ripping out the cancer, getting it gone. Now we don't know. Was it the chemotherapy? Was it the snow? I don't know. But
We don't know.
But it can't hurt.
It can't hurt.
To visualize
Of
like you do
course.
in the material success of your life.
Of course.
To visualize a healthy body. Yeah, what's in your mind is
very powerful.
It is the worst virus ain't fucking COVID. The worst virus is a fucking douchebag putting negativity on. You have to guard your mind like more than you need to guard your physical body.
Of course.
Okay, so we're talking the same language. We're just meeting for the first time in person.
I know.
I can do that too.
Wait, hold on. So do you think that, have you heard stories
I
where...
mean, burp.
Oh,
I could do
you can
that
rip.
too.
Let's fucking rip, dude. Have you heard stories like mine where people see orbs and then they become awakened or something?
Christina.
What? I don't know. I'm new to this. I've only talked to the Bledsoes.
I heard
I know.
stories like yours? If I had a penny, honey. So
Okay,
check
all right.
it out. But to give you a positive feedback here, my emails are like a Vegas slot machine at midnight.
I know.
From no, in a good way. From all around the world, from every socioeconomic class of human being, from every country, from every educational background, military, non-military, kids that like write me they're doing a class paper because they saw something at 13. You're asking me, have I ever heard a story like yours? It is a worldwide experience. We just don't talk about it or share it because we've been told you ain't wrapped so tight.
The awakening part, though, the integration, the emotional, spiritual.
All these
fucking-
words you use, people, I hear them all the time. I don't relate to that. What is the awakening? What is the spiritual? I am awake. I am alive. Is the world
That's
waking
the bridge.
up?
But that's the bridge
Like, what's going
between
on?
guys like you and guys like me. The spiritual, the emotional artists and like do you know that's what I'm saying? We're the
I just
bridge.
think-
We're creating the
No,
bridge.
but maybe we are. I don't know. Talking feels good, but here's the deal. I think we are all awake.
No.
Let me make my argument.
Ugh.
Let me make my argument.
Okay.
I believe in humanity. We are spectacular creatures. We have so much pain because, by the way, life has pain.
Yes.
As you know, and we were born awake. We are awake. What we're doing is we're numbing ourselves. We're awake. All you got to do is stop numbing yourself. Be okay with pain.
Yeah.
Be okay with fear. Be okay with being vulnerable. Be okay.
Yes.
Saying what you mean what you say, though. Don't fuck around. Life is short. Don't fuck around.
Yes.
You got somebody that you have a riff with, call them. If they don't pick up, that's on them. You've tried.
Yes.
Tell them. I'm just saying I don't like these delineations because what happens, you say spiritual. Oh, he's not spiritual. Like, I know you're not saying that, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, fuck that. You're a human being. You're alive. It's like a racist spiritual thing. You're like,
wow.
awake.
I'm a spiritual racist.
No.
How dare?
Oh my God, fucking! Now you're fucking
I'm
taking the
just
piss out of me.
kidding.
No, I know. But I'm just saying. I'm trying to make a point because I've felt this so long, which is that. So it's so 1950s to be a racist. You got to be to be a racist, right? So here's the deal. We're human beings. I think we're on a rock that's spinning. I think. Never gone up. I haven't been invited up yet to space to check it out. When people say words like awakening and this sort of thing, it isolates a certain population of people. They feel, well, maybe I'm not awake. Fuck that. Everybody's awake. We all have pain. This is my personal choice.
Yes.
So I'm trying to be inclusive and saying, motherfuckers, nut up and stop being a bitch and stop
100%.
hiding what you're really thinking. Just fucking say it.
Say it.
And if people, your friends, don't like it, then you don't got to be friends with them no more. Like you said, you culled the herd.
Yeah.
You didn't say those words, but with your fucking friends.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. That's just, I've been feeling that a lot lately. We are all in this together. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Right.
I think what you're saying is absolutely right. I don't know I think there's a process. Everybody is capable of feeling and experiencing what I did. I'm not saying I'm special.
Human.
Every human's birthright is to become integrated or
Birth
awakened.
opportunity.
Yes. It is a divine right that you should be happy, that you should do what your jiu-jitsu teacher was saying, like fully experience your being or whatever it is to be fully yourself without encroaching on the
diminish
other.
what your experience to make someone else comfortable. Tell them about your fucking orbs. And you did.
Right.
You went on a worldwide podcast. But I mean, so you're doing it. But I'm saying, speak up. Everybody speak up. If you've had a UFO, UAP experience,
just
speak up. You don't got to
say
talk to
it.
me. Just don't call me. Call everybody else. Just tell them. Don't be
Yes.
fanatical about it. Just tell them. And if they pick it up and consume it like the fish and they like the fucking sushi,
They're on our team. And if not, no
It's
worries.
okay.
Don't listen to me. Then fine. Not in this lifetime. Next lifetime you'll pick
Right.
it up.
maybe.
But I think what I think is happening is we all have consciousness, right? Everybody's conscious to some extent. How much of it we can exercise through feeling our feelings
Right.
is what opens that consciousness. What you're saying. So a lot of us are actually unconscious in a sense of we're numbing, we're avoiding, most of
fear
us
does that to me. I
Of
become a robot.
course.
My wife says, "Okay, Jeremy, you're in robot mode."
It's dissociation.
just me.
I
Is that
dissociated for 34
I've never been
years.
to a therapist since because I can't tell them. I hear you have to be honest to a therapist, and I like if I've heard classified shit, I can't tell them as a so like I would love a therapist, but not a CIA therapist.
No.
You know what I mean? Somebody that would anyway. So you're saying please continue your thought.
Yeah, what I'm saying is most of us are capable. We are all capable.
Every human being is capable
of experiencing and feeling.
Of being authentic.
What I have. Absolutely. I'm not special. I'm not different.
Okay.
I just sought it out. I'm a seeker.
You sought it out. But
I
now you
wanted
haven't
it.
answered my question.
Sure.
And it's going to be a worm in my brain.
Okay.
And you got an answer or you don't know is an answer.
Okay.
Chicken or egg.
Oh.
Did your life change because you saw the orbs?
Yes.
Or did you see the orbs because your life changed?
Both, but more of the former. Okay, so hold on.
Explain.
My life was always, like I said, I've been a seeker, but then I hit rock bottom. I see orbs. And I believe that there's something bigger out there because I fucking have confirmation that the supernatural is real. I mean, I couldn't sleep that night. I couldn't go back to living the life I had lived because I had confirmation.
How long ago?
This is last October. In Boca fucking Raton, bitch.
How did your husband react when you were like, babe, I saw some fucking orbs and I think they're aliens.
Yeah.
And so how are you doing? How did he react?
He knows that I'm wacky and was always like, I believe you.
But did you want him to
see it?
Trust you? Oh, you wanted him to see it.
So I said, great. We went back home and on our rooftop here in Austin, I go, let me just see if it'll happen here. And it did. And he sat down and he goes, holy shit, it's like a fucking parade. I go, I know. And he's like, but it doesn't affect him.
They
like,
weren't in a straight line.
No,
right?
no, they go all every which direction.
Parade.
He goes, it's a fucking parade.
What was his feelings?
Not like mine.
He was just like, that's fucking cool. I got to go do a fucking show.
100%.
Right.
That's cool. And that's why I'm not so affected by it. Like if you don't, it's not your time. Maybe you're not able to have. Maybe they tap into something that you're ready to get.
Okay, but when you say it's not your time, you make people feel like they're lesser than you.
No.
I'm just trying to tell you what I've experienced for 15 years. So I'm trying to make UFOs great again. I'm trying. I can't believe I just said that. I'm trying to be a witness to people as a journalist that I have heard tens of thousands of people whose lives have been transformed.
Oh, thank God I'm not crazy now.
Well, I did not say that.
Jeremy Corbell.
I did not say that.
Well, you tell me there's others. I'm just glad there's others.
There definitely are others,
okay.
but like my wife can't give a fuck about it. There's a tip jar in our minds for if I say the word UFO. She doesn't give a fuck. She's like, ask me how you doing. I go for 15 minutes because I'm in like interview mode, and she's like, no, I just asked, did you feed the dogs? You know what I mean? It's like your husband. It's not that it's not his time. It just doesn't matter to him. He's on his path. Yeah, he's doing his thing. It mattered to you.
It mattered to me because
he cares it
asked
mattered to you
for it. But I also asked for it. I was broken. I had just experienced the most awful thing in the world, and I asked for it. And I asked for grace, whatever that is in religious terms, and I got that help. So I don't fucking know.
Amazing.
There's something about being so, and this is, I don't know if that's a common denominator too, and these people with the orbs.
Yeah, a lot of times people are at a point where they let down their guard.
Yes, that's what it is.
And their boundary. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the programmed societal ego mind that says this is for weirdos. You're fucking weird. You can just white knuckle through it. Just shut up. Just get on with things.
Which is a survival thing we have to do.
Yes, and it got me really far for many years.
Yes.
And then I cracked open emotionally.
That happened to me.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And then you go, enough. I'm 50 years old. It's now or never. When will I be a fucking human being? I can't do this anymore.
Now imagine what you can do now that you have focus and self-awareness and love in your heart.
Yes.
Power. That's amazing. If we can all get there.
Yes.
In our own lives, the world would be a beautiful fucking place.
And I think that's the point of these phenomenon. I think that's a lot of this, don't you?
I don't know. As a journalist, I don't know. But I feel that there's an opportunity for that.
Yeah.
Because I've just talked to too many moms, brothers, sisters, doctors, lawyers, plumbers, carpenters, people from all over the world that tell me that they were changed. So that's why at the end of the movie, when I saw it, I was like, that's it. You got it, kid. The kid Michael. I was like, UFOs, because it was like this long talk on making
I
a
know,
fire.
I love it.
Goes,
I love it. It was so good.
I want to actually say one thing about the movie.
So good.
Check it out. What I said, if I recall, is that to me, or I don't know if I said to me, but UFOs are just a symbol.
Yeah.
They're an opportunity. It's like to remind you. So I'm agreeing with you. I think that they pose an opportunity to be reminded of the mystery of what it means to be born, what it means to live your life. And if we stop thinking about ourselves and we start thinking about others, and we start thinking about like other people, and we start thinking about what it means to be human, then we realize that we need to live by example. And if we live by example,
yes,
that is the greatest lesson you could ever give anybody you care about, is to live what you say with your mouth. And I think that's what UFOs,
so much.
I think that's what UFOs are, other than technologically advanced craft that the government has hidden from you.
That too.
And the CIA is after everybody that was trying to speak forward, and they've gone after whistleblowers for treason, and they fucking tried to fuck me and fuck George and control us and control our mouths, and fuck you for not wanting the world to know this beautiful, beautiful truth. And sure, maybe there's something scary. Maybe we're a commodity. Maybe it's too big a secret. Don't kick a sleeping dog, Jeremy. Well, you know what? Fuck you. You're not my daddy. I never asked you to be the fucking barrier between me and the natural world. You can suck a dick. Yes. Yeah. And I think that's
Good job, Jeremy Corbell.
It's like the booth
That's
people
what's
clap.
up.
That's it. Yeah, you make me feel good.
That's
Watch
what's
out.
up.
Praise and blame is all the same. All of a sudden gets in my head that you like that.
Oh, no.
Fuck that.
Don't get high on your own supply.
Oh,
Hey.
dude, come on.
No, I'm just kidding. I
What
don't
kind of
think-
drug
I
dealer
don't
are
think
you
you're
if
like
you don't?
that.
You got to test it before you sell it anyway.
Yay.
Okay.
No, but I think you're right. Anyway, that was a beautiful way to end this show. I think that you said there's nothing more to say after that. You guys watch Sleeping Dog. How do people watch it?
Yeah, great question. With their eyes.
No, where can they see it?
Where can they? Like in their room, at home. No, I'm just fucking.
Like
with you. Okay,
Hulu
okay, check it out. There is one thing I want to say about it, because I haven't said this yet, but and it's important to me. They can watch Sleeping Dog. This kid Michael Lazowski made a film, Sleeping Dog, and it is about UFOs, and it was to provoke the government. That was the reason. It was to show people the stress and pressure that I was put under by intelligence agencies, private corporations, and also what the whistleblowers have gone through. And you see that all. But what I want to say about the movie, other than I let people in just because I thought it would be protective for me. That's what he convinced me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to live in fear, and I don't want to live under pressure, and I don't want to live in these secret things where, you know, I'm having to have secret meetings in fucking Congress. I want this all to be out. Whatever it is, I want it to be out. I am just literally doing my best as a journalist with George. What I want to say about the movie is this. At the motherfucking end, I light a fire. Let's fucking light this shit up.
Yep.
There's a song that plays, and I just want to say thank you, because I've never said this, because the movie just came out. Watch it on Amazon. Watch it on fucking Apple right now. I'm sure a streamer, if they have any wisdom, you know, we'll see they can make money on it and want to put it out. But right now, we just put it on Amazon and Apple. Everybody can get it. At the end of the movie, there's a song, and it's by a guy named Ben Schneider. People know him as Lord Huron. He is an amazing human being. He has this incredible wife. He has, I'll just say, offspring. I don't know how personal I want to get, but he essentially fought to allow me to include a song at the end of the movie. And I'm going to butcher this, but I believe it's Life is Strange.
Yeah,
I believe is
can I
the
tell you
song.
that? I actually listened to it, and I was like, that's a really great song.
I
hate everything.
Motherfucking Huron.
Oh my
Ben
God, it
Schneider.
was so touching. I was like, that's a really perfect song to end this movie on.
You just wait So Michael put that in because he became a fan because George Knapp was friends with Ben. And then George has been dragging me for 15 years to learn about music because I'm musically retarded.
Yeah,
My
me
wife
too.
says stunted, but I say
I'm
retarded.
stunted.
Yeah, like that. We're going to go see Lord Huron on 6/2, June 2nd at the Santa Barbara Bowl. And I know I'm not supposed to say where I'm going to be in time space, but I'm so excited. So that's what I wanted to say about the movie, other than watch it. And it's a very serious subject. It is funny. It looks like a horror movie. And there's this beautiful song. And it's by this guy, Ben. And I've never thanked him yet. So I'm publicly trying to thank that motherfucker.
Thank you,
because
Ben.
that song meant a lot to me.
Well, I just want to thank you for all the work that you've done on all of this. And I think you're
My pleasure.
pushing humanity into its next iteration. Very necessary. And
Don't blame me for that.
we're out of the... we're getting out of the old 1950s mentality.
We better, because it's
Yeah.
2026 last I heard.
Yeah, it's so fucking boring. And I think the public is ready the kids are ready. I don't think anybody is
They're
like,
completely right. Are you kidding me?
who
The
is
next
freaked
generation.
out? What are you talking about?
Nobody's freaked out.
Nobody cares.
No, and in fact, it's inspiring. It's
Yeah.
like the new, when like atomic physics became a thing and all these
Yeah.
people wanted to be nerds and study atomic physics.
Yeah.
We need more Americans, studying the cutting, bleeding edge stuff.
Yeah.
And I think UAP should be in every high school. Just the known facts, like just the known facts. Like what do the pilot reports
What are we
say?
learning about?
Right. What are we learning about
That's
now?
so silly.
I do actually. We need to end on something because your
Go
podcast is
ahead.
probably coming out soon. For the first time in human history, a president has. I'm not a political person, but
Yeah, me neither.
first time in human history, a president said, "Release the files." Okay, so what files? So they give us like a trove of them. There's more coming really soon, by the way. Really soon. Sleeping Dog Provokes, because I show 8 videos that are military filmed. They have to release those 8, but there's 46 Congress asked. I gave them the file names and they publicly put it out on Twitter. Here are the file names. Those 46 videos better be released to the American public so that they can assess their value and validity. And I was promised by Congress, and they publicly put a photo up with the new director of Arrow. And they said, "We are copacetic now, bitch. Let's fucking go." That was not their tweet, but it was good. So I want to end your podcast because it probably comes
Good.
out soon.
June 3rd.
What day is it? How long is
I don't
that?
even know what year it is.
May? Are we in May?
It's 1500s.
Is it May
We're
now?
in May.
It's May 21st.
So how long till June 3rd?
It's like 2 weeks from now.
Okay. So, hey, government, you better release those 46 files. They're coming out, come hell or high water, and that's just the start. Then you need to tell people about reverse engineering and biologics and beings and autopsies and maybe even agreements. That's how I want to end this podcast with you.
Agreements.
And I'm so glad we fucking finally
I love
met.
you. Come back again. Let's do this soon.
Every time I'm in Austin, I'm going to be bombing you, being like,
Hell yeah, dude.
why are you sending me so many videos of non-US?
I like.
And Duncan, fuck
I
you.
love you.
Where are
I
you?
love you. Thank you so much,
Good to
Jeremy.
meet
You're
you.
the best. Sleeping Dog out now. Watch it. Okay, I love you. Bye, mommies.
Bye, mommies. Your mama's house.
Your mom's house.
Ding ding, motherfucker! Don't fucking play real games with me. I asked you what your fucking name is, motherfucker! Look, when's the chief gonna be in? What's your name, man? What's your operator number? What's so hard about that? What'd you pause for? What you so scared about? This is Conald Peterson, okay? Huh? Conald, C-O-N-A-L-D Peterson. What's your name? I'm calling about murder, buddy, okay? Possible murder, okay? Possible murder. I'm calling about murder, buddy, okay? Possible murder, okay? Possible murder. I want to know what happened to that retarded kid. Do you know anything about a kid that was mentally challenged or retarded that got murdered? Pardon? Why don't you stick the phone up to your ear and try to listen, okay? Okay, what do and do what? Because the whole world's gonna hear this. What's your name, anyways? You don't need to know my name. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get your name in about 3 seconds, okay? After I call the state patrol, we're gonna track your name. Okay. How you doing, Sheriff? What's your name, buddy? Dang, dang! Okay, and I think you talked square enough to where I'm not gonna put you on the net as a baby raper for your blog and build a YouTube site around your name, okay? You gonna give me your name, buddy? Oh, yeah? You gonna do this, huh? You're going on the net as a baby raper after I get your name now, buddy, okay? But what's your name, buddy? Don't be scared to give your name. You don't need to know my name. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get your name in about 3 seconds. I'm calling about murder, buddy, okay? Possible murder, okay? Possible murder. I'm calling about murder, buddy, okay? Possible murder, okay? Possible murder. I want to know what happened to that retarded kid.